What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the DTLR collaboration with New Balance on the 990 V3 in this Miami Drive colorway. Today's video is brought to you by Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell ETP winsoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find in Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable pair for anyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and to me, I personally find them to be very comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is the latest collaboration in a long line of projects between DTLR and New Balance, and this pair dropped on May 27th. So they retailed for a price of $195 US, which is the equivalent to approximately 260 Canadian dollars. And this shoe, if you couldn't tell by now, is inspired by the beautiful streets and the scenery of Miami. The product code for this shoe is M990DT3, and the official colorway is gray, dynamic orange, silver, tide pool, and solar pink. And the overall color scheme of this shoe, it just screams Miami and South Beach. So first off, here's a quick look at the box. And this, I believe, is the updated general release New Balance Made in USA box, which replaces the darker colored box with the USA flag on the top, which was used for years. So on the top, we have this darker gray New Balance logo, and then on the side of the lid, it reads, Made in USA for over 75 years. As for the shoe itself, so this is your classic New Balance 990 V3 silhouette. Diving right into the details, on the toe box, this is constructed out of a gray colored mesh. We have this orange colored reflective 3M hit right at the edge, and then overlaid on top, we have this teal colored perforated nubuck. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have a very buttery gray colored suede, and this same gray suede covers the mid panel of the shoe, and then the top two eyelets are done in this tonal finish in this gray colored TPU. Stitched on top of the mid panel, we have this New Balance N logo, which is again done in this reflective 3M material in silver with an outline of teal and white. And then moving downwards, we have more of that teal colored nubuck, and then underneath this, we have this orange colored mesh. Wrapping around the back of the shoe, we have this hot pink colored suede, and pressed on the lateral side, we have 990 branding. And then above this, we have more of that perforated nubuck with this New Balance logo in silver, and then the top of the heel is covered in this reflective silver 3M. It reads Made in USA in the middle, and we have a bunch of these perforations on either side. As for the laces, so these come with 3 different lace options. The standard default lace is a flat style lace in white, which is definitely the one that I prefer. I think there's just way too much going on with this shoe, and you really need that white to really calm it down. But if calm is not in your vocabulary, they also give you a secondary pair of teal colored laces and also a hot pink colored lace as well. Underneath this, we have a mesh tongue with its accent orange branding running down the center. And then on the top, we have this nylon finish, and it features this diamond shaped crosshatch pattern with New Balance USA branding pressed on in silver and teal. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a silver colored mesh. And then as for the insoles, these come with a very well padded foam insole. It's lined in this black colored textile on top, and we have a custom New Balance logo on the heel, featuring a palm tree and a bird. So the upper of the 990 V3 sits atop this full-length absorbed foam midsole. The midsole is painted in white on the forefoot and gray on the back heel, and in addition to the absorb, they also incorporate New Balance's end cap technology, which is visible on the heel, and this is basically a soft EVA core surrounded by a stiffer polyurethane rim, which gives you a good balance of softness in the middle and support on the edges. And above this, surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have this silver colored TPU heel clip with teal colored New Balance branding, and this helps give you added structure and support for the back end of the shoe. Finally, turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your classic 990 V3 outsole. So this is constructed out of a combination of gray, hot pink, and orange colored rubber. We have this diamond shaped traction pattern on the forefoot with these grooves to give you added flexibility, and then in the middle underneath the rubber, we have this carbon fiber shank plate, which helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these New Balance 990 V3s. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like all my other 990 V3s, so I personally prefer to go a half size down. So my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. That means when I step on a Brannick device, it actually measures as a size 10. But I prefer to go a half size down, and that's what I picked these up in, 9.5. Just to give you guys a point of comparison, I also go a half size down in other New Balance silhouettes like the 992, the 990 V4, V5, and most of the 550s as well. And in comparison, I stick true to size or a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 997, the 990 V2 because of its more narrow toe box, most of my 991s, along with other made in UK models like the 1500 and the 1530. So long story short, I feel like if you like more of a snug one-to-one fit, you can definitely go half size down if you don't have really wide feet. But if you like a little bit more breathing room in your shoes, or if you have really wide feet, you can definitely stick true to size on the shoe as well. Moving on to the comfort, so the 990 V3 in my opinion is an extremely comfortable shoe. I feel like it's very well balanced, you can feel that step-in comfort underfoot, but it's not going to be overly stacked with foam and it's not going to feel unstable. So it feels very stable, very secure, while still giving you a little bit of that plushness underfoot so that it feels very comfortable. And in fact, the 990 V3, along with some other models like the V4 and the 2002R, those are some of the tops in terms of my most comfortable shoes when it comes to New Balance. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship, so this is a made in USA New Balance, and with that said, I thought the material quality was great. The suedes felt like I expected with most made in USA suedes. It had a nice buttery feel to it, so from a quality of material standpoint, absolutely zero complaints. And similarly, from an overall build and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought my pair was pretty much flawless. There were no issues at all, no glue stains, no extra long threads I had to trim myself, so I was very pleased with how these were in hand. So with all that out of the way now, let me lace up these DTLR New Balance 990 V3s and let's show you guys how these look. When I first saw the initial images on DTLR's Instagram of this shoe, I thought to myself, this is a pair I definitely need to add to my collection. And in fact, I'm very surprised that a lot of sizes are still sitting on their website. Either they overproduced quantities on this shoe, or for some reason people are just not feeling this colorway, which makes me very surprised. This, in my opinion, is a very clean colorway to wear in the summer. I just picture myself tossing these on with some white socks, some shorts, maybe a tank, and even though I'm up here in Toronto, Canada, I'm gonna feel like I'm walking the streets of Miami. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Miami Drive DTLR New Balance 990 V3. What are your overall thoughts on this specific colorway? And are you surprised that these are sitting on their website, or are you not? Either way, drop a comment down below on what you think about this shoe and the whole release. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.